welcome to Fox League Live. Now, caught you by surprise, did we? Now,
Yeah, a little bit.
If the rugby league season was to continue, you would have played round 3 yesterday. So now that you didn't, is this all really sinking in now that there was no game day yesterday, or does it still feel surreal?
A bit of both, I think. I was driving back home. I had to help mum and dad out yesterday, and it come up like my calendar on the car, and it was like game versus Cronulla, and then I was sort of sitting there like, I'm supposed to be playing today, but instead I was heading back to help my parents out. So it's sort of it's a bit weird, eh? Like the whole thing. It doesn't really feel real yet, to be honest. But
so Connor, you're not in Newcastle. You're back at your mum and dad's house, which is where are you?
Nah, I'm back in Newcastle now. They're on the Central Coast, so they're moving house. So I had to go help them yesterday, but depends what happens. I might have to be working for them next week, so we'll see how we go.
Now talking about round 3, unfortunately, Jaden Brayley did his knee in the round 2 game. So likely, would you have started hooker, do you think?
Yeah, I think so. Me and Ads obviously had a chat about it just before things sort of ended. So that was most likely where I was going to line up. Unfortunate for Browse, he's been a great part for us this year. He's started the year really well, but now we've got, I don't know how long, so I'll just have to sort of work on my game at 9, I think. Just do some passing and stuff like that while we've got the time off.
Connor, it's Heine, mate. Now, we've just come off a segment. I don't know if you're listening or not. We've just come off a segment, rugby league players with the shittest hair.
Who was winning it?
You're at the top spot at the moment, mate. What's going on, honestly?
Oh, mate, I don't know. I got a bit bored. It's making me go crazy, this isolation, mate. It's making me go crazy, so ended up with a bowl cut, but it's all right. I like it.
Have you got a colour in there? Have you got a tinge of red? You got a bit of ranger in you as well, or is that?
Nah, there's no ranger in that.
Well, it looks red from where I'm sitting.
Nah,
it looks
mate,
very red.
That's Kalyn. Kalyn's got red hair. He won't admit it, but he's got red hair.
That's a bit of a man crush, you and Kalyn, isn't it?
Yeah, I know. I could show you his haircut. We've been getting a bit bored, so I'll give him like a real dirty mohawk, but he's not here at the moment. Otherwise, I'd show you, but not good.
Well, you've got the top spot so far, mate. We've got another hour and a half to go, and then we're going to announce the winner, but you're on the top spot at the moment.
Corey Norman's going well too.
Oh, Norman.
Oh, man. So you are roommates with Kalyn, teammates with him as well. What's it like to live together, and now that you're in isolation, you're going to get sick of each other or what?
I don't know. We travelled together too, so we didn't get sick of each other then, so I don't reckon we'll get sick of each other now in isolation, but it's just, trying to find things to do, not sit on the PlayStation all day, but just sort of, just trying to come up with stuff. So
how are you keeping fit? You guys would have taken some weights and some equipment home from the club. What's your home gym set up like? Is it nearby?
Yeah.
Can you show us?
Yeah. I've got it sort of like here outside. They got like a squat rack and stuff set up, and then in my garage I got like some dumbbells and like a bench press and stuff. But so it's all right. It's not the same as training in the club, but it'll do for the time being anyway. So,
Connor, you debuted at the Roosters in 2016. Just tell us a little bit about your journey, because there was rugby, wasn't there, in between starting, and I guess you played league as a junior, but just tell us how you've ended up at the Newcastle Knights.
Yeah, so I was always played league growing up, and then I ended up getting a scholarship to go to Knox Grammar for year 11 and 12, so I played rugby union there. But then when I was at school, obviously growing up, I loved rugby league, and then I was like sneaking out of school on the Sunday to play the local league comp, and then from there the Roosters see me play that, and then I played SG ball there, played at the Roosters, and then obviously made my debut there in 2016, played there 2016 to 17, and had the opportunity to come up to Newcastle to sort of play a bit more first grade football, which I've come up here and been able to do, so it's been good. I grew up going for the Knights as well, so it was always a dream to play for them, but I'm enjoying it.
Well, we've got a fan question for you, Connor. This is from Corey Slade, written in on Twitter. Connor Watson, with a new coach and new staff, how different is it being a Knights player in 2020 than it was in 2019?
Oh, sorry. I was thinking in deep thought. Yeah, it's a bit weird this, the FaceTime thing, but yeah, I think obviously Adam coming from both the Storm and the Roosters and coming in this year and putting his own sort of twist on things. I just think that probably the intensity every day is going up a level. He's come from two teams that have consistently done it at the top level for the last 10 years. So he's come in, seen how they've sort of trained, and that's what we've been doing. I think this preseason was probably the hardest I've done. That's like at the Roosters as well. So it's been a bit of a bummer because we've done so much hard work and then I only got to play 2 games and I felt like we looked really good, we were really fit, and then now I don't know how long we've got off. So yeah, it's been good. Adam's been really good. He's brought a great staff in as well. You know, you got Willie Peters there, Dave Ferner, who's been awesome, and then yeah, those guys have really come in and added their part too. So just want to get back out there and sort of start playing footy. Obviously, we can't at the moment, but when we do, you know, it's going to make it all worthwhile, hopefully.
Mate, one last question before we let you go. It's Sunday afternoon, right?
Yes.
How hard is it for you guys your age, and you know, you and Kalyn especially, I suppose, because you're go-getters and all that type of stuff, and you like to get out and have a bit of a good time. How hard is it? How hard is it to self-isolate for you guys at the moment? Honestly,
yeah, it is tough, to be honest, and especially like I went back home to Avoca last night and I was helping my mum and dad out with stuff, and you know, you go back home and you really just want to go and catch up with friends, and yeah, it's really hard to sort of just stay home and not do anything, but we've got to do our part to try and slow this thing down, because the sooner it ends, the sooner we get to play footy again. So
spot on, mate.
That's how I've been looking at it. Yeah,
good man.
Kind of just before we let you go, you're a bit of a surfer, aren't you?
I haven't surfed for a little while. I was surfing a fair bit, but yeah, I just sort of put it off at the moment. So.
Okay, but you are familiar with a man called Mick Fanning, right?
Yes.
Okay,
yeah.
he is going to be on Fox League Live right after this break once we finish chatting with you. Is there a question that you would like us to ask him? What do you want to know about the 3-time world champ?
Oh,
putting you on the spot here, I know.
Putting me on the spot here. Probably what's... How did you recover from the shark, I think? That's probably the biggest thing.
Oh, yeah, that was
boring.
So full on.
Boring.
All right.
I've got a few others, but they're probably not for TV. So
yeah. Okay. Nice talking to you.
Okay. On that note, Connor Watson, thank you for joining us on Fox League Live. Good luck with the self-isolation, and hi to Kalyn too. You room me when he gets back.
There he goes.
He's gone.